Alright, local match, gonna go place Caldera Furiosa. That's an entry into the 2019 TGCTours Rookie Course Design Contest. Caldera Furiosa. A lot of plays. Play from blue tees. The black tees are pro clubs. They're just absurd. Let's play pin 4. Check these greens out. So by now I've played this course a couple of times, and from the tips, it's incredibly long. All right. So interesting with the mounding here, first hole. It's clearly fantasy style, so you really have to buy into the fantasy look. So it's gonna change how I view this course a bit. Okay, so right off the bat, step course, you can tell the difference between step and desert by the rocks. Like this pointy rock is unique to the step theme. I really like a lot of what's done here. I don't know that I love the mounds thing. I think we could have done without it, but peeking at the bunkers looks good. Rock work here looks good. The sculpting looks really, really good. The fairway is nicely sculpted. We have this cart path, which looks pretty good going up here, and looks really smooth. And coming here, kind of looking at the shapes here. The shapes are really smooth. Playable areas, plenty wide. There's a risk here if I want to try to hit that, or the Masters maybe hit. Oh, if I had Master Clubs, I could maybe carry it into this area. Up here, and check the overhead. This is uphill a little bit. So options off the tee, like that. Because of the mounds, I think this is where you pay the penalty. Is you lose the view of this. It's a pretty cool view. If you took the mounds out, right, you have it from here. That's a pretty cool look, but the mounds kind of get in the way there. So clearly a fantasy type of look. So with that in mind, is you have to buy into some of the odd sculpting as well. I think the bunkers are pretty good, well above average, certainly dramatic in their styling. Another thing about the course that is an interesting choice is the choice of the light rough with this brown texture, which does a good job of outlining the fairways. It's a strange look, but it because of the fantasy style of it, I think it works, but I'm not 100% sold on it. Tough green position right in the front there. Pretty good. Looking back this way, you get quite a bit of haze. I don't know that I love that look. Depends on how it's used. Really love the view from up here. You get a nice look, and there's some buildings in the background, a bunch of holes down the hill. Adjacent holes are always good to see. Again, really good job on the cart path. Um, the rocky desert steppe terrain looks really, really good. It's an interesting bunker there. Alright, so short, medium length par 4. A couple of options. I think I could reach this. Well, I definitely can reach this. It's just a matter of whether I should. I think this area here, I would like to see this shot a little wider. It's neither here nor there, I guess. Just different options, but I don't really see necessarily a benefit to either one. I guess on the left side, which looks like it's a riskier play, brings this bunker on the left into play, and I think that's maybe a little backward with the whole design. You definitely see with master clubs, you might hit over it in certain winds or hit to that part. I'm just going to hit to the lower part here. I really like the view. It's semi-blind. I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Just a lot of detail. Really well done. Like this little area here with the exposed bare terrain and rock, just planted with just a few sparse plants. Um, some of these purple flowering plants mixed in with the steppe grasses. It looks really, really good. Just it's enough that it looks planted, but it looks like they grow naturally. I think this green is a little small. We're asking a lot here. So I imagine pin 1, maybe 1 here, 1 here, and 1 there. Definitely a small green with a lot of ways to go where you end up off the green. I have concerns that if I miss left, that it rolls all the way down into that bunker. And I almost want to hit it there just to see how it goes. Ugh. So bad at this game. I'm bad at golf. Wow, that's a cool looking hole. Really, really good sight line for a hole with such a steep elevation change. And that bunker stands out. Does a good job of capturing shadows from the tee. Really an interesting looking bunker in the back. Sculpting is okay. It's not perfect. And you can see that this part here. This should be grass up to about here. But minor nitpick. Overall, the bunker looks pretty good. This, wow, this is a bit much. I appreciate that it's a fantasy course. What I would say is this area, okay, I don't mind that it's this small necessarily. My problem with it is if I miss short even a little bit, I'm way down here. If I miss to the right even a little bit, I'm way down there. And I have this hill that I could use potentially, but the problem is the the fact that it's rough surface and heavy rough and bunker means I'm not able to use this terrain or this slope to direct the ball. Like I have to hit it here. I've got this tiny area to aim at from 200 yards out with a wind, um, and I'm being severely penalized. And that's like this pin is really almost unplayable. Um, like this pin, this pin should be here. This tier is okay, but then it has to come down over here. So you have this much room. Then this hill pushes in here so that the option is to play it straight at the pin or come in from the left side. Use the hill to funnel down toward this pin. So you have more area. As it stands right now, it's just really tiny. There's not a lot of room here. And if you miss left and end up on top, you've got almost no shot at stopping a chip. This green is. I mean, look at this. Look at this putt I have to hit. I'm just happy to keep it on the same level. So I think that green's a little bit overcooked. That pin anyway. Check that out. Is that? I have to look at that. I think it's asphalt. Sort of a Biarritz type of green. Let's look at this. Pull this back here. Is that mulch? I guess it's black mulch. Although it doesn't look like mulch. That is a really cool area. I like that a lot. Looks like a burned forest. Cool hole with options. I can hit it down here, play down here, and have it. So I'm hitting so far downhill, it's going to be up in here. And then have a pitch to this green. Or I can hit it back here, have it roll here, and have a full shot in over the bunkers. I think I'm going to take the pitch here. But really, really good sight line, cool view, great lighting coming in from the right with the haze, just enough to make it look different from right side to left side. It's a really good look. A little bit of color brought in, but everything's framed right around. I know exactly where I'm supposed to hit this shot. Just really, really good. Just really, really nice. Again, same type of area back here on the right. So just scroll over there. Same. We mentioned this on a previous hole. I like the way that looks. That's really, really cool. The tiny area as well. Hitting from a side slope, 70 yards pitch to an elevated green. Really, the play is to hit to here. Right, take on these bunkers and hit to this tongue. Have a full shot in. I think if I hit here, I have a full shot too. Cool lighting on the left. The haze, it looks really good. It's really, really good look. Really like the sculpting and the detail in this course. I don't like my putting. Five holes in, I'm on the par train. This bunker looks... This bunker does not look good. This one's kind of a mess. Looks V-shaped with lots of bumps. This one's a little better, but I like these types of bunkers better. I'm trying to get where I want to go. That bunker. I think this looks better. One side's higher than the other. That's the idea here. All right, now this. How far up? It's 30 feet to the wind. Right here. I really like that I have to just take a quick peek. At least think about my shot. Oh boy, okay. So interesting routing here. You hit here, and then there's another hole with these tees, come down, and it's... I think this is the second hole. So crisscross routing. Clearly that option is taken away. So I got this. Nice wide area to hit to that spot. Really cool car path look up there on the left. Really looks good. Sculpting looks really, really good. This front bunker is... I like the placement of the bunker. It's just... the sculpting is not quite there yet on this one. Wow, let's look at this green here. Fair green. Got a fair amount of room. Ideally, would want to have a fade, so this wind is not a friend. Should be okay. Long. Thought the wind would hold it up. Yeah, it's a bit much to go over the back, but it's not that big a deal. Multiple options on this tee. From back here, it brings the difference between Master and Pro into play. which is nice. So it's not there's a hole or two like that, even from this tee set. Let's look at this bowl here. Yeah, these greens really frustrating to play this pin so far. I think just not able to get anything really close. It's starting to become a grind. This pin set. So, so here's an example. I have 150 yards, and I have this front pin, and I have this slope here that I could potentially land the shot here and have it kick this way. The problem I have with that is this area here, that it's this V shape, right? So the green slopes down this way, it gets to this point, then slopes up. And what that prevents is for me from landing the ball here, getting a roll and funneling it toward this, so that I could land it here and roll. It's taken out of play. So that I would like to see this portion of the green lower than it is, so that you could land the ball in this area and get the kick and the forward momentum and roll it back to this area. As of right now, that's out of play, and I have to carry it. So it eliminates a way to play this hole. It makes the whole play straightforward and kind of boring. Roll into that valley. All right. Well, ninth hole. 760-yard par 6. All right. So you don't hardly ever see a par 6. Again, really good view of the tee. Options. If I had Masters, I could reach down and probably hit to this area. All right, picking up where I left off. Let's see. Par 6. All right. So I thought I could hit down here with Masters. Might be able to get there. Oh, hey, David. Welcome. Yeah, I'll hit it to this one. Yeah, I could have reached that, but wasn't sure. Second shot. Again, I like the options here. I think ideally I would be down in this area. I don't know that I can get there. We'll try it. So I'm gonna use that hill. Oh yeah. Perfect. Yeah, I've played it a couple of times, but I've never put it on video. So I wanted to do that. Interesting green. It's overly large. Um, I think it's the first time I've thought that the green was excessively big. Um, I see why. Um, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you've got quite a long distance in. I like the building in the background. That's pretty cool. The planting is solid. It should be about right. I like the little steam coming up from the water. That's a good look. Yeah, I'm playing it from the blue tees, not from the tips. So, even beginners drive at 3 wood. I don't know that I'd recommend playing this course with beginners. It's tough. All right, hitting the back nine. I've wanted to try it. Um, I I am on PC. The swing is so just it's really funny. Um, that I've considered joining the BCT. Really like this uphill. Uh, Alright, it's another case where sort of the green is it's like a hump, right? Where it goes toward you in the front and then away from you in the back. Um, with the false front, I mean it's kind of hitting a mid iron in. Just feels overly difficult. Like like that just kind of stinks. And I didn't miss by that much. And now I have this, which is I don't really have a way to stop this. So just it's I know it's Sunday pins, but that to me is a little overcooked. I think that's like the second or third time that I've thought that on this course. I'm gonna tone that down because the course from tee to green plays really, really well. I have tailwind. I can make that. I have to be able to make that. I will be so disappointed if I can't carry this. Oh, it's wow. Okay. And the sight line is great though. From the tee, you can see the entire hole, and then from the fairway here, you can see the green complex. Really, really well done. This green is more adequate sized. I don't know necessarily why. I guess the hill would determine that, but I don't know why this green wouldn't be connected to this fairway. His green is better. I'm still discouraged from taking it straight on. I've got the option to play left and use the slope to funnel it in, which is something that was missing from some earlier holes with greens like this. So this is an improvement in the green here. Right, I've got the hill in the back to use, and now I have a makeable putt uphill. This is pin 4. So I understand this might be intended to be difficult. I think I can get there because I'm hitting downhill. Yeah, I would say try to get on all of them. Even the courses that didn't make the knockout stages um, are really worth playing. They're all really good. Um, all right, so let's talk about this. This little island green. I don't know what the purpose of this is. Maybe it would help. Maybe if you have beginner clubs and can't reach, you have to play to that. I guess it's an option for the second shot. I like this option. I really like this area. This is a really cool look over here with this shallow um, inlet. Really like that look. Really, really well done. I want to go for this, but it's almost. I'm gonna hit it up here, I guess. Hill Valley. Hill Valley is a good course. Definitely take the time to play it. I recommend doing it before the results are released, just so that when we get to announcing the winner, you have a chance to comment on it and see how it stacks up. I know it's uh, up against Ben's course. A lot of people really like that course, so it's a tough matchup. Yeah, I'll likely do that announcement in it's 5:30 now. In about 7 hours, 7.5 hours. Right around the time where I did it for the knockout for the group stage. This is a really cool hole. The only thing with this hole, maybe, and I don't know is if this was the tee box, maybe. Um, all right, so from this tee, I really like it. Um, I really like um, the lighting from this tee, where the sun is off center and shining in. You still get the really cool shadow looks, but you've got a different appearance left and right on the side of the screen. Or I should say on the left and right sides of the screen. It's just a different appearance. It's a little bit head on for my taste um, from this tee, although it is a little off center. Um, but it's a cool look, and if you play this from the tee, um, from other tees on the left side, it'd give you a different look from each tee. Um, Interesting green and pin position here, but unlike some of the other holes where I felt the landing area is too small, even though the landing area is small, the option I have is I can either bounce it here and roll it up, which is extremely risky, but I also have this backstop here to use, and that's the way I'll play this hole. I've got a backstop here to the left also. Excuse me. Um, Maybe these areas of the green are a little bit big. Um, uh, Dave's comment is that the fairway, that having all this fairway doesn't really make sense. Um, that's okay. I mean, I don't mind that from a visual standpoint. There's some, uh, there's some art to this. So even though you wouldn't really hit there, it's good to have the fairway down here just for visual. I really like the bridge and the cart path. Um, just excellently sculpted on this hole. Really frames the hole really well. It's uphill. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to go that far. That's a problem. Ooh. Alright. I was afraid I would go over the back. Excuse me. Oh. Alright. Alright. From most other courses, you know what? No. I'm gonna take that back. I think there's enough room here to hit this. I was thinking maybe um, the double tree, like there's a gap here and a gap here to hit. Um, but you know what? It, it's Most other courses are tightly tree lined. Um, there's really no issue with it. This green is also really big. Could probably shrink that green. Keep it the same shape and still have it play the same way. Um, all the pins are tough. but I think it's playable. Again, I had this comment about an earlier hole where I've got this front pin and I've got a slope I can use to roll the ball, so I don't have to play directly at the pin. But we've got this. It's not as it's more flat than anything, but parts of this portion of the green slope this way, which makes it difficult to hit this hill and roll down. But this one's really just flat more than anything. I didn't hit that. It's another monstrous par 5. Man. I don't think I reached that. It's up 30. Oops. So if I do that and club down, that's where I'm going to land. I think I reached this one, though. Oh, nope. Didn't make it. Faked me out. Alright, let's see where I can hit to. I'll loft it up and get over this lip. Oh, oh my goodness. It's up. It's tiny. Nope. That's insanely tiny. Alright, so I'm gonna dismiss the idea of illegal. Because there's nothing that's really ever illegal. There's just out of guideline. We don't like pins on severe slopes, but this one, I mean, the hole itself is not on a slope. But I mean, I don't like the pin. I don't like the size of this slope and how far you end up away from it, from the pin, if you miss by 3-4 yards. I don't think that's a fun pin to play, but I would stay away from saying that anything is quote unquote illegal. Really cool look off this tee. You get straight into the sun, which I don't really love. This is essentially a redan. I missed it. I did not get it far enough left. Am I gonna catch a slope? Oh, come on, get down the slope. Oh, damn. Oh, like a yard right of where I needed to be. Oh, chip in. Has a fun green. Even though the landing area is small, if you go directly at it, there's a way to play that. That was a fun green. Hmm. This might be the first true dog leg of the course. Uh-oh. Just wait to this graphic. It's not as bad as I thought. Hack that out. Oh boy. It's a really cool look. I love the idea. Oh my goodness. It's green. Yeah, it could have been worse. I was able to recover. Alright, last hole. Let's take it home. 378. A nice short one to finish up. Alright. Actually, I want to take a look at this green before I hit. Oh man, that is a tough pin. There's plenty of room there though. I think it's fair. That's... So I'll have a pitch. Oh, don't run through. Uh-oh. Oh, please stop. Okay. Yeah. Um, all right, good finish. All of that wackiness and just one bogey. Not bad. Um, I really enjoyed this course. I thought technically, in terms of shape and execution, sculpting was really, really well done. On the course, the non-playable areas, just really, really excellent. Um, I enjoy the fantasy of it, the wild elevation changes. I thought they were, even though it's fantasy, and it's odd to look at times, in terms of it's not realistic. It's not realistic terrain. Um, it plays really well, especially from this tee, from the blue tee. From the black tee, when I've played it with pro clubs, it's really long. Some of the options are taken out of play because of it. It plays better from this tee. Um, it's fun. That's the biggest thing, that it's fun. Um, my only concern is with the green sloping. It's really severe. On this pin, there were like 4 or 5 holes where the target area is exceptionally tiny and the green is still large. Um, and it feels a little unfair, a little frustrating, to be taken out of a hole. Um, so overall, it's really well